garden with Keisha. She'll be glad to meet ya. Take a walk in the park with Keisha.
Hello friends, Keisha H here. I'm in the garden, guys. I know it has been a minute since I've done an update and the garden has taken off. Today is May 16th, and the garden has taken off. We're coming out of 4 days of rain. We've had quite a bit of rain, and the garden has loved the rain. The fairies have loved the rain. The plants have loved the rain. Unfortunately, the mosquitoes and the critters and the bugs have also loved the rain. So we are out here in the garden, all covered up from head to toe, so you won't see me. You will only see the garden, maybe a foot, but mostly the garden, guys. So just a quick tour of what we have going on in the garden. I do apologize because it is rather humid after all the rain and a little bit of heat that we have here. So I do have my fan going, so I hope that will not pose a problem with the sound. But in the meantime, I'll just show you around the garden, and we have lots of things blooming and growing and just doing its thing. So we will start over here. These were the last 2 mini gardens that we set up. These have corn and beans and flowers. I don't recall putting any herbs in here, but right now we do have 3 plants, or 3 variety of plants in these 2 planters here. So we have beans, corn, and flowers placed in these grow bags here. And then alongside the front of them, we do have some onions, and we do have some lavender here. And I see a little tree back there forming. We don't want the tree. Oh, we couldn't get all of it, so we'll come back and get that tree out of there. There are actually a couple of trees in here, guys. No, that is an herb. So we do have an herb in there. No, I think that is a tree. Yeah, and I hope it's not poison ivy because I am putting my hands all over it, but I think that's a tree that the chipmunk may have planted. I hope it's not poisonous. It may be, but anyway, we have taken it up. But there is another tree back there growing. We'll get it up later. Okay, but we have some lavender down there. And then back here in this planter, this is one of the first ones. So this has sage in it, and we have cut it back quite a bit. Cut the sage back quite a bit, and we've made smudge sticks out of that sage that we cut back. There is a tomato plant back there, and we have our first tomato growing there on that plant, and more little flowers over there. So that plant is doing its thing, and even the sage that I cut back is growing nicely. And then we have our other second and third containers that we have here. Actually, I think they were our second and third. They might have been our 5th and 6th, or 4th and 5th. So here in front of our scarecrow we have another couple of bags with corn and peppers and beans and herbs and flowers in them as well. And these corn are about 3.5 feet tall. Yeah, about 3.5, 4 feet tall here. So that is pretty nice size, I think, for my little 20-gallon grow bags that we have. We have some more herbs. I need to get the name of that flower or that plant that's growing there. I thought it was yarrow, but yarrow does not bloom purple. It blooms yellow. So I will show you the yarrow in just a bit. But we're already at 5 minutes, guys. And because of the mosquitoes, I also have some incense with the smoke going to kind of deter the mosquitoes a bit. So I placed them in the fairy beds. So there with the fairy garden, they have laid some sand down because of all the rain to keep the mud out of their houses, I guess. And yeah, so I'm plants are growing. Our flowers are coming along there. Those are not herbs in those baskets. Those are flowers. We have another one, another basket here. I think this was actually the last one that we built, mini garden that we built. We have onions there, or chives. I can't remember if they're onions or chives. I think they're onions. And we have some herbs in there, some cilantro and some parsley. Marigolds with that tomato and a pepper. Okay, so that one has a lot going on inside of it, and a flower and some more onions in the back. Then we have an herb, marigold, and some flowers here. Don't ask me the names of those plants. And then you have some beans. Look friends, we have a bean there. So we have some beans growing there. That marigold. Another little fairy home there. And here we have some zinnia plants. Oh, it looks like we might have a zinnia bloom coming up, guys. We might just have a zinnia bloom forming there. I am super excited. We grew this plant from seed, so we are super excited for that. Again, the fairies have put down sand to keep the mud from inside their homes. And both of these mini gardens have lettuce that has bolted. So the lettuce has bolted, is about to flower, and on that one as well. So you can see the lettuce there that has bolted. We have peas. There we go. So I'm trying to get it to focus in. So we have some peas there that are growing. That one back there doesn't look like it's doing too good. The oregano is in there doing its thing, and a little bit of thyme. We lost one of our thyme plants. We also have some more cilantro that is bolting, and that's okay. We have lavender that is blooming. So the lavender is blooming. It is looking beautiful, smelling lovely. We have peppermint behind it. We cut all the rose blooms off. They were looking peaky. You can see back there the rain did a number on the rose blooms. So we hope we get some more. Okay. We have another tomato here. Another tomato plant here. And we did go about and put mosquito bits in all of these little standing water. So hopefully that will keep some of the new mosquitoes down. Again, more incense there. Okay, more cilantro bolting. We need to cut it back, but in the meantime it's growing. And more tomatoes and peppers and marigolds. And here's another tomato plant here. Another tomato plant, and it's about 4 feet tall as well. And there is a pea plant that is growing here. Growing back there, we have that in a pot back there. I think that's a marigold plant back there in that pot. I know there's some underneath. We have a pepper plant here, and then some more beans. The timer just went off to let us know that we have 5 more minutes left to finish up this garden tour. Okay. And so from there, we have more berries with the lavender. We have okra that is doing great. So this is some of our most constant okra. We want some onions over. And there is a tomato plant back there. I think it has gotten way too much water. So we don't know what to do with that. But we will hope that it will bounce back. Because there's a tomato and there are also beans in there. there's at least 6 varieties, and they're not all coming to me. Y'all remember to put them in the video. There are some spiders right here. So there is a tomato. Oops, I'm knocking over. Let's see. There is some leaves there that were bunching. They just took those off. I think they got stuck in the trellis on top. Okay. But there are lots of blooms on the tomato plants. I had seen another tomato in here this morning. There it is. There are actually a couple of tomatoes, and I can't remember if this is a black prim or a pink brandywine, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking this one is the black prim. It is supposed to be a big one, but I can't remember. And then there's more corn back there with tomatoes and peas back there. And again, I can't quite get over there because of a big spider that has taken up residence. Okay. I have quite a bit going on in here. And I think I put some type of either cucumber or pepper, cucumber or squash or something in there. I'm hoping it was a cucumber that I put down in here, guys. What do those look like to you? Do those look like cucumbers? I hope they're cucumbers. We'll see once they get up inside, right? And our little beach berries have also come in and put sand down. These little zinnias. We don't see any blooms yet on those, but they're in there with some red burgundy okra. More tomatoes. More peas. Look at those peas, guys. More incense in there. Lots of tomatoes. And beans. And there are beans inside of these bags. There are beans growing. And they are climbing up. Look, guys. Can you see this bean? This bean pod? And there's some other ones in there, some more flowers, and this one is just climbing all up. He needs some more stakes. I was supposed to put another stake in here. I didn't do that. I need to get out and get some more twine. And my kale is doing great. The kale and onions are doing great in there. More kale. And I think there's onions in there. I don't see them. Maybe it's just some chives. We need some more soil for our potatoes. More onions and flowers and berries in there. And cheese. Yeah. So back there is doing great. I have to remember what kind of tomatoes I planted, guys. More potatoes. And inside this bag here, there's ginger. There's ginger growing down in there. I hope you can see that. There's little green, that's ginger. So here we have the garden from this angle. And we have the greenhouse, if you can see straight back in from here. So this is the angle of the garden from this angle. So we are over 10 minutes and our timer is done, and it's 6 o'clock, so we will end this. And we will see you guys next time. Just wanted to bring you along to chill with the garden so you can see all that's going on in the garden. So remember to stay blessed and beautiful, friends. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to one another. And be careful when you're out in the greenhouse, when you're out in the garden, because there's spiders and creepy crawlies and everything. There's a little bit of everything going on, friends. We didn't even show you inside here, but be careful in the garden, guys. And you go out and grow something. Grow lots of somethings, friends. See you next time. Bye.
Keisha H.